Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. So, today I want to pour the dragon flower again, and I haven't poured this technique for ages, and I thought I just try it again because I never really achieved the perfect result for the dragon flower. So I'm using here the Write Draw Inks from Octopus. They are really inks for writing. And I mixed some orange and some brown, and then there's my white. I used the orange from the Write Draw Inks and the pigment drops in white. So this is my white. And then I used yellow for my push, for my clear resin. So these are the colors, and I have the original dragon flower mold from resincourses.com, and I'm using the Ultracast resin. So this is, I guess, everything, I'm using, and I'm gonna start pouring. And I don't know if you remember, or if most of you remember, how it started with the dragon flower or how the pattern was. You just take your colored resin, like this orange, and you pour from the outside. So you make sure that you mainly use all what's in your cup, and you pour the resin outside. And what I wanted to say, why I was putting brown to my orange, I wanted to tone it down a little bit. It was very bright, and not to get it more dirty, I didn't use black. I just used brown ink. And now I'm filling up a little bit my mold in the center with the yellow. So you need to make sure that your flower is not completely, or that your bottom, not your flower, that the bottom of the mold is not completely closed up. You pour your clear resin in there, which is the yellow. And then I was taking my cup with the orange again, because I wanted to make sure that everything is in my mold from the orange as well. So you see, I slowly pour into motions around the edge, and now I just torch my resin so all the bubbles on the surface are gone. It was quite cold day when I poured, and there was still some bubbles with the Ultracast resin, so sometimes it is like it is. And now I'm taking here my white, the white which I colored a little bit with the orange Write Draw Inks, and I'm starting doing the pattern, like these M's and later on the W's. So this part of the video I didn't fast forward, or I didn't make a time lapse, because I want you to see what I'm doing. And I guess maybe you all remember how the dragon flower worked. Before I was pouring, I was letting my resin sit just a little bit. I didn't take temperature, but I let it sit like 15 minutes, and then I started mixing my colors. So when I was finished mixing my colors, it was maybe in total 20-25 minutes after mixing my resin. So it became a little bit warm, and I guess it helps doing this pattern. So you see, I'm just making my patterns, and I really hope I'm able to achieve the dragon flower finally, because when I started doing this the first time, I guess it's now almost 2 years ago, I was really having struggles, and then I didn't do it for quite a while again, and I thought, I need to do it, I need to try it again. And well, now I just take the torch, and then I just let my resin or my white close up, and this is what you're gonna see in a time lapse very soon. Yeah, it's always, I waited a little bit, but now there's coming the time lapse. So you can see how the resin is moving towards the center and slowly closing up. It's so amazing to watch it. In between, I'm also using a little bit the torch, so it helps the resin as well. And now I took my white again because there was still some white in my cup, and I'm going outside again with the M's, and I make sure I use all the white I still have in my cup. I think in the original Dragonflower you only go once around, but I thought I just use what I still have and maybe it helps for the design. And then I just take my transparent resin, the yellow resin, which is my clear, and I just push it. And you can already see a little bit that underneath there was really starting a pattern to be created. See it? And now I just torch it again, and then I see what I can put into the center. I took some of the shells, white shells, because I thought it gives a nice design. Sometimes I prefer natural things like shells or stones more than I like glitter, but it always depends, and it's of course the preference of everyone. And then I had those flakes, those interference flakes, I guess you can call them like this, in orange, which shine also a little bit yellow, and I thought it's matching, and this I pushed down. And I hope, of course, that I hit the center, that I'm not off center with my middle, because sometimes it's not easy to really see, is this now the center? How's everything closing up? But anyway, and here's another time lapse where you could see what the resin was doing, how it was pulling towards the center. And I just keep on torching it for a while with the torch. Of course, always be careful. So, and then I let it cure, and this was now maybe 14 hours later. It was still a little bit bendy, but I was so curious to see if I finally achieved the Dragonflower or not. And let's have a look. So I'm very curious. And voila, and look at this. I'm very, very happy with this result, and I think these are the long petals, which are really typical for the Dragonflower design. And I also achieved those tiny petals around, and I have this eensy web effect in the center. Really love the result, and there it is again. And I really love the 3D effect, and it really looks like a flower. I'm so happy with this pour. I'm happy with the color as well. And yeah, anyway, with this result, I love and leave you. I hope you like the result as well. And I thank you for watching. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.